Gervonta "Tank" Davis has reportedly been taken into federal custody again, just days after his controversial win over Lamont Roach. But this time, it's way more serious than past run-ins. We're talking federal charges, bribery, match fixing, and an alleged secret deal involving none other than the bout's referee, Steve. This scandal could shake the boxing world to its core.
Some stuff that he think I don't know about. He think he got one up on me, I don't know. He think he got a mold somewhere. I don't know.
Word on the street is that Gervonta Davis may be facing serious legal trouble, with potential prison time on the horizon after explosive bribery and match-fixing allegations surfaced. The spotlight is now on the 9th round of his recent fight against Lamont Roach, a round that could become the smoking gun. During that round, Davis unexpectedly took a knee. Whether it was fatigue, a body shot, or something else, he stayed down long enough for fans and analysts to take notice. It wasn't a minor slip. It was a moment that raised eyebrows across the boxing world. Now, that moment could be the focal point of a federal investigation that threatens to end his career.
Yeah, he's like waiting. What happened?
But referee Steve Willis just stood there, said nothing, didn't count, didn't even acknowledge the knockdown. He let the fight continue like nothing happened, and that's when the internet went wild.
Obviously, the part with the grease in the eye, that took on a life of its own, you know what I'm saying? That was a headline in the fight. One is, what did you think when he said that initially, just like the grease in the eye? But two is like, when you was in the fight, was there any point that you saw that? Like, did you see like him kind of messing with his eye, or did you have any indication that that was something that was bothering him?
No, see, and that's the thing. If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eye before
You jabbed him.
I jabbed him. Even that right hand, that, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you could see him wipe his eye. And then, right after I hit him with the jab, you could see him wipe his other eye. So it's like it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him with, and exactly which eye. So it's like crazy for him to say it's grease in my eye. And I think even when he say that, you could see me, because I'm right beside him, you could see me like, nigga, what you talking about? So
You say you don't think he well enough.
whatever, see, but who cares? Like, sweat gonna get in your eye, blood gonna get in your eye,
Yeah.
spit fucking around and get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like you can be like, all right, time out, ref. Hold on,
Take
ref.
that time.
Can't do that.
Would you be cool with Steve Willis doing the next fight?
Hell no.
He can't do the next fight.
No, we can't do the next fight.
Pops is a no.
Hell,
Fuck that.
yeah.
You know how many?
Go spin on him, man. He lucky he want to go spin out there.
But look how many times he fucked the fight up. Me, him going to the corner to get assistance, like, who knows? Not saying that they did any cheat shit or nothing like that. But like, he wiped his face with a towel. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do none of that. That's a disqualification. You turned your back on the ref after you took a knee. Usually the ref will be like, all right, he don't want to fight no more. Fight's over.
At first, it seemed like just another referee blunder. Bad calls happen in boxing all the time, right? But then things took a darker turn. Rumors began swirling after a leaked conversation surfaced online, allegedly between someone from Davis's camp and a member of the New York State Athletic Commission. The most damning part, the leak hinted that money was exchanged, not for equipment or promotion, but to make sure the ref would turn a blind eye if Davis ran into trouble.
The rules that he didn't get hit with a punch. He didn't turn his back like he wanted to quit. It's just like when you get a thumb in the eye, it's a pop.
He did turn his eye. He did turn his
Yeah,
back.
but he didn't turn his back like he was going to quit. Like you've seen some guys turn it. He obviously mentioned that he had something in his eye, and it wasn't from a punch. It was time in between the shots. I think that by the time he wanted that, or he took a knee. But I think in the rules it states that you're allowed to do that. If you go back and you read some of the rules, and I know a lot of people are complaining about it, but I think it was upheld in New York that it was okay for him to do that. I think part of the rules state that it was okay. As a coach on the other side, I would have.
Yeah.
Of course,
Right? Of course.
I would have thrown a fit, man.
It didn't take long for fingers to start pointing at Steve Willis, the referee at the center of the storm, who's now completely silent. He's ignored every interview request and hasn't made a single comment about what millions saw on fight night. Now, both the New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, and the WBC are finally admitting something feels off. 2 days after the bout, NYSAC issued a vague, carefully worded statement saying they're reviewing round 9 and evaluating referee conduct to maintain professional standards. Translation: they know something's up. They're just trying to keep it quiet and avoid a legal mess. Meanwhile, the WBC issued its own statement, confirming an independent investigation into the officiating of the Davis versus Roach fight. They're zeroing in on possible conflicts of interest and ethical violations. And let's be honest, that level of scrutiny doesn't happen unless they seriously suspect foul play. Now, Gervonta Davis, a fighter with more courtroom appearances than some fighters have knockouts, could be facing major criminal charges. And this isn't just a slap on the wrist. Bribing a referee in a professional sporting event violates the Sports Bribery Act of 1964, a serious federal crime that can lead to up to 5 years in prison. If investigators find real proof that money was exchanged to rig the fight, it could mean the end of the road for Tank.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in it. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that.
The second time around, it gonna come guns blazing, and that's really when it's gonna be.
Let's rewind. This isn't Gervonta Davis' first brush with the law. His rap sheet is stacked with charges ranging from domestic violence and assault to hit-and-run incidents and repeatedly driving without a license or insurance. In 2023, he barely dodged serious jail time after pleading guilty to a hit-and-run in Baltimore that injured 4 people, including a pregnant woman. And what did Davis do? He fled the scene. The judge sentenced him to 90 days of house arrest at his trainer Calvin Ford's home. But even that proved too much. He violated the terms, got locked up for 44 days, and was only released after promising to change. Fast forward to now, and it's starting to look like history might just be repeating itself. Fast forward to 2025, and Davis is back under the spotlight. But this time, the stakes are much higher. If the bribery allegations stick, this goes far beyond bad behavior. It's federal territory now, and the feds don't care about his fame, titles, or record. They operate on a whole different level.
I told y'all in every single interview, this whole press run, when the fight got announced, I put belt to ass, and you can see that's what I do.
Lamont, you threw more punches and you landed more punches than Tank. How were you able to do this tonight?
What I just tell you, I'm him. I'm telling you that. I'm one of the best fighters in the world, man. And it showed tonight. He probably wasn't willing when he said that crease got in his eye. But if you voluntarily take a knee and the rest start counting, it should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not banking on that knockdown to win. I just thought I pulled it out.
What happens next?
Shit, I hope we can run it back. I want to run it back for sure. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. And, thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for hating me. I'll be right back on this same very stage again, like I belong.
Congratulations, Willamot. A breakthrough performance. Really put your name out there.
Thank you.
Let's send it back to ringside and more Ronaldo.
The feds don't play. They'll drag you to court and hit you with charges that don't disappear with a slap on the wrist. And let's not forget what started it all. That infamous 9th round. Clips are everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, ESPN. Davis clearly drops to a knee, both gloves on the canvas. By every rule in the book, that's an automatic knockdown. Every fighter, trainer, and ref knows it. But Steve Willis, he just stood there blinking. No count, no warning, nothing. Here's where things get even sketchier. Multiple fans and ringside reporters claimed they saw members of Davis' entourage arguing with commission officials immediately after the fight. According to Fight Hype's Ben Thompson, a source close to the commission said they were shocked by how defensive Davis' team got when questioned about the knockdown. Meanwhile, ESPN's Mike Coppinger reported that WBC officials were overheard saying the officiating in round 9 had already raised internal red flags before the final bell even rang.
Former boxing champion Gervonta Davis is heading to trial. According to our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, a judge rejected a plea deal that would have spared him from jail time for a November 2020 hit-and-run crash. The 27-year-old is charged with 14 counts related to the crash. Police say he was driving a Lamborghini when he ran a red light at the intersection of Washington and Martin Luther King Boulevards, hit a car, and then took off. Now, 4 people inside that car were injured. Davis's trial is set to begin December the 12th.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up, and I could have definitely did more. Just a lot going on. But again, it was myself, you know. But you gotta go to the gym and, you know, get back to the drawing board and, you know, train a little.
Let's be clear. Davis isn't the first athlete accused of trying to rig the game. Remember Luz Resto in 1983? He had the padding removed from his gloves to inflict more damage and ended up in prison for assault. Then there's Tim Donaghy, the NBA ref who admitted to betting on games and manipulating calls. He served over a year in federal prison. And Panama Lewis? He was banned for life after tampering with fighter gloves, causing permanent damage. These aren't just scandals, they're career enders.